when you go live.
I'm live.
Hi, welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. I'm Vern.
I'm Vic, and welcome to our live DEFCON Rugby show on a Thursday. Something totally new. I hope we haven't screwed this up. Guys, bear with me a second because I've got to check something on my phone because we're not physically in the same location. As you can see, I do with my hand here. I smack. Vern's not here. Vern's at his place. I'm at my place, and I just want to see if it's working. If it's working, it's something good because, you know, it's working. Son of a gun. Vern, now what you need to do is go onto your phone and watch the DEFCON Rugby show like you normally would.
Okay.
Do that, and then you'll see what we've done here.
Okay. I can see it.
It's
It's
mucho
good.
grande intelligente, boys. Also, me.
Mute. Now, Vic, tell the people what it's all about today, man.
Can you see?
Marnus is in the house.
Marnus, we are going to invite you as well on the channel. Of course, we're talking about Springbok squad today. The World Rugby Cup before the women, the Curry Cup. We're talking about the New Zealanders. We've got all that going. I've got a lot of stuff going on. So, bear with us today. But important, we've hit 86,000 subscriptions. Thanks to all you guys. And
Magic, man.
I just want to know one more. I just got to ask Vern one more question. Are you watching it now?
I am watching it. I'm just way behind. That's all.
You're way behind. That's okay. Well, you were way behind since you were born. I mean, so let's.
Yeah, I've got the chat up. I've got the chat up. I can see us on 3 different locations. So I've got on the right-hand side, it's live, what we're talking now. On the left, I have the studio, which is also a little bit behind, and my phone, I'm way behind.
Don't worry. Son, you can see everything now. That's good. What do you think we are at DEFCON 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 today?
2.
Why are we at DEFCON 2? Explain to us, Vern.
Because the New Zealand team is out. We can see the mongrels, what team they are in. I'm psyched up for the game. Can't wait, man.
And a beautiful sports bar in the background, you know.
I wish we weren't there.
I've got one problem with this whole picture. I've got one problem. I've got to change something. Ladies and gentlemen, can't be like that. 1 second. Vern's going to the background. I'm going to the foreground. That's more like it. You know?
Okay.
This actually works quite well like that, right?
Yes, and once we perfect it, we can invite like Marnus or anybody who wants to come on the show. We can invite them in, which is cool, man.
Yes, because if people, today we are physically about 10 kilometers apart. I can do what I want with this hand here. You can see Vern's not really there. Now I can smack him and it doesn't hurt.
Never does, Vic.
So let's start off. Hey, we've got a lot of teams to get into, a lot of shit to get into today, Vern. So let's start off with the ABs, the Australians, the All Blacks. The All Blacks announced their team, and look, that is looking good. I mean, some surprises there from the All Blacks, don't you think?
Hi, Natasha. Yes, some surprises. I can't actually see it. It's very tiny in the side of the corner of the thing, so you'll have to run through them, Vic.
All right, so look. Brian is also there. Brian, Natasha, you guys can now send us an email on Vic and Vern Sports Chat with your email, and then we can actually invite you into the program because we figured out, these 2 old dumb asses, eventually, well, one of them, we figured out to do it. We figured out to add. We'd like to, invite some of you guys to our channel and, discuss with us stuff like that. So let's start. Look, the New Zealand starting.
Vic, your sound is low, says Brian.
My sound is low. How's my sound now, Brian? Brian, how's the sound?
I hear you perfectly.
Then it's
Brian, turn up your sound.
Then it's Brian's sound that you cannot hear. Listen here, let's have a look at the New Zealand squad. They're starting 15. Ethan de Groot, Sami Sino Taukaioa at 2. Tyrell Lomax. Remember I said he should start. He's coming in at 3. Then, of course, we have one of the 3 sheepshaggers, Scott Barrett at 4. Tupavai at 5, Simon Parker 6, Artie Surveyor 7, Wallace Atiti at 8.
And that's the same loose forwards that they had in the first game?
Changed it.
No, but they are facing the Springboks' best loose forward trio with Sia, with Thomas the Toy, Peter Steph the Toy, and Jasper Visser. Yeah. So that's going to be a great battle.
Listen here. We'll get to the Springboks afterwards. Then at number 9, Noah Notham, but I call him Hot Ham because that's how you say it, Hot Ham. They changed Christie. I wouldn't. Notham is not actually 100% fit. Would you have changed? Would you have made that change? I thought Christie was good.
I thought, just here in the chat, Brian says, I'm loud and you are low, but can hear. Great.
Okay, all right, okay.
I wouldn't have changed Christie. I thought he had a solid performance. Let the guy play.
All right. Then at 10, we have obviously the other sheep shaker, Bowden Barrett. Leroy Carter at 11. Geordie Barrett, the third musketeer there, the third sheepy, at 12. Billy Proctor, the proctologist, at 13. Will Jordan has moved to 14. And Damian McKenzie starting. So they've got their big hitters in there, Vern. They've got their big hitters in there.
I've got all the big hitters in. I would have taken old, what's his name? McKenzie off the bench. But that's me.
I would have put Ruben Love in there.
Vern must move a bit to his right.
Move a bit to your right. There you go. Listen here, Rose Garden, we're not in the same spot, you know. I can
That's better.
I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to do some magic now. Watch. I can basically disappear behind Vern now. And then I'll come back again, you know. I wish I could make him disappear. But that's a different story.
Hey, watch out. Don't go too far behind me there.
No. I wasn't behind you. Jesus, no, hell no. But listen here. No, I think it's... I mean, if you look at what they've got for world-class kickers all on the field at the same time, the two Barretts, Geordie and Bowden, and then they got Damian McKenzie. I mean, they are spoiled for choice here, Vern.
They are spoiled for choices, but, I mean, I still think Springboks are going to do it.
Okay. Then let's have a look at their subs quickly. I'll run through them as well. I got to just put that out there for myself as well. There you go. So on the bench, they have Brody McAllister. Brody McAllister. Tamati Williams. Fletcher Newell. Fabian Holland. Duplessis Keravi. Finley Christie is on the bench. Quinn Topea. And Ruben Love. Ruben Love, it's basically a home game for the boy. Look, if I'm looking at the two benches, I think we've got more power coming off the bench.
Yeah.
But are we going to be so far behind that we don't need? It's not going to help, you know. I don't know. Look, I'm telling you one thing now. We're going to get into the Springboks in a second, but I would still, even though you know me, I back the Springboks. I still think that if you're the bookies or whatever like it, you still got New Zealand as a slight favourite.
They've got home field advantage.
Well, Wellington hasn't been good to them again with the Springboks.
It hasn't been good for the All Blacks, but you must take them still as favourites. Although I also back the Springboks, I still think the Springboks are going to do it.
You think the Springboks are going to do it? Okay,
yeah.
Well then let's get into the Springboks and then we'll just talk about their lineup quickly.
Sure.
Look, geez, I almost put the women's. I almost started mentioning the women's lineup here. Sorry about that, because we got them coming up as well afterwards on the channel. So. Obviously, at number 1, Oxen Chain, Malcolm Marx, Thomas the Toy. No changes for the Springboks in the front three. Luta Yaka comes in for Eben. Ruan Nortje. I think that is a very powerful duo because Eben has not been 100% on his game lately.
I don't know. He had a long layoff in the season due to concussion. Maybe that's played a bit played a bit on him. But I still think Lutia, it doesn't really matter, I think, who we play at lock. I think we have so many locks. You could have played Mostert, you could have played RG. It doesn't really matter.
Then we have Sia Kolisi, Peter Steftotoy, and Jasper Visser. As you mentioned, I think our best three from that position, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. We can't get better than that.
Then, of course, we have Kobus Reinach and Sasha at 9 and 10. I think Kobus is going to be a big addition. I think Kobus makes a big difference to this game for us. And then, of course, because we have Sasha at 10, Ethan Hook at 11, Damon Williams at 12, Cannon Moody 13, Chitlin Colby at 14, and Apele Alifazi. It is basically a very young backline. The only one that's got a little bit of age on him.
Isn't that what we said? we said that we want them to start preparing for the World Cup.
No, what I'm
Right?
telling you now, I'm telling you one thing now. If I'm the other Springboks, I'm fucking worried. If I'm JC Kriel, if I'm Damien de Linde, Willie LaRue, who played last week, all these boys, if I Andre Pollard, I'm worried about this backline because if they beat the Aussies, I don't know why I've got Aussies on my brain the whole day already today. I can tell you why this Aussies on my brain. There was this guy driving in front of me today, right? I went to town today and had this big fucking Wallaby stick on the back of his car, and he was driving.
Didn't you ram him?
And he was driving like a mongrel. And I was like, look, I said to my wife, isn't that fucking typical? They come over here, they don't know what fucking side of the road to drive on, and he drives like a mongrel. So I've got Aussie on my brain the whole day. No, I think if they have a good game, this backline, or the whole team, there's a lot of young players in the team, a lot of players that have got a few years to go. If they play well, there's a lot of players that are going to have to shit themselves. Are they starters in the future, you know?
Yeah, but Rusty did say even before the games in the summer, he did say that he's going to change. Not going to let they're going to have a lot of changes because he wants to keep the team nice and fresh. So I just think it's one of these changes. That's all.
I think it's so fresh as a daisy is what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Then our bench, I'll put out the bench here quickly because it's going to be a long show today if we take so long with all the teams. Marnus van der Merwe, Jan Hendrik Wessels, Wilco Louw. I think that is power coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And then we've got RG and Kwaka. Maybe our two best bench players in this Springbok squad.
Yeah, but RG hasn't been playing well, man. But Kwaka is a nailed on. I mean, he's nailed on.
Not the best reserve player in the world at the moment.
Yes.
Coming off the bench.
Coming off the bench for the forward. Definitely.
Makes the best impression. And then we have Grant Williams, Manie Lebok. Oh my God, I'm already shitting myself. And Andre Esterhuizen.
Andre Esterhuizen, who can play the other. We've got a 6-2 or 5-3. We don't know. That's nice about it. Keeps us guessing.
Have a 4-4. You never know. Kwaka could all of a sudden play scrum off. You never know.
Kwaka can play anything.
So that is your Springbok and New Zealand men's. I gotta iterate that men's.
Vic, Janus says also your mic is a bit soft. So you got to either put the mic a bit closer to you.
My mic's a gat, man. Boys, you can hear better.
I hear you well from my computer, but I don't know how it is on the phone. So,
okay, so I'm
going to check my phone quickly. I'm going
to go here like one of those TV commentators. I'm going to hold the microphone in my hand.
I hear you fine on my telephone. So
I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go like
like you're a reporter, man.
Huh?
Like you're a reporter or commentator.
I'm live, man. I'm live. It's all flowing, man. It's all fluid. You know?
It is today. It is. If you guys have joined us a bit later, it is a bit experimental today because Vic is sitting at his place. I'm sitting at my place. It's the first time we actually only got it to work.
To the people, we're sitting in a sports bar, man.
We only got it to work 10 seconds before we went on live. So
we leave everything to the last minute. We like the Springboks. We like to win by 1 point.
See, Janus says on the phone it's good. Okay.
Thank you. So I'm gonna
keep that mic in front of your face, Vic. You look much better anyway. Like that.
Look, I look good all the time. That's the problem. Then, of course, don't forget, we have got the Aussies against the Pumas. Let's put out that Aussie lineup there. We'll just do the starting lineups from both teams. Let me just see if I can get that right there to mention the right names there. So, of course, Mr. Skelton is not there. He's still playing in the French league. But
he hasn't played yet. Actually, they brought him back, but he didn't play against La Rochelle.
Fucking French, they always try to screw you, man.
It's O'Gara there, the Irishman is the coach there of his team.
So we've got James Slipper starting, Billy Pollard, Tanila Tupu, Jeremy Williams, Tom Hooper, Rob Valentini at 6, Fraser McWright at 7. He's back after a little bit of a knock. Harry Wilson at 8, Nick White at 9. He's back from his bell being run against the Springboks. Oh, he played last week. Tane Edmund. That was the big call. That Tane Edmund is the starting fly half. Corey Toole, Hunter Paisami Pastrami, Joseph Akuza Suwali. He played very well last week. Max Jurgensen and Andrew Callaway. So that's the starting lineup for the Aussies.
No Len Ikitau.
No Ikitau. I'll tell you. Well, I can actually tell you, is Ikitau in the reserves? I can tell you that. No, not even on the bench.
Okay.
Not even. I'll run through the bench quickly. They have Josh Nazer, Angus Bell, Zane Nongo, Lakahanya Salakarai Lotto, Carlo Tiziano. Remember him?
Yeah.
Tate McDermott, good bench player. I like Tate McDermott off the bench.
He's very good.
Then they got some real quality in the kicking department for the latter stage of the games. James O'Connor and Filippo Doganu is the number 23 for them. So,
No liner.
huh?
No liner.
No liner, no Ikitau. So yeah. Then quickly.
But I still think that game's going to be very close, like it was last week.
I still believe if the Aussies win this game on the weekend and the South Africans beat the New Zealanders, I think we're going to see the Aussies win the Rugby Championship.
Okay.
I think they win the Bledisloe Cup. I think they are going to break that 31-year record in
Or you think so? Or you hope so?
both.
Okay.
So let's get into the Aussies. And I always got to get the right ones. I've got so many stuff here, man. I've got so many stuff, Today is so Argentina, the Pumas. We got a lot of friends from Argentina. So at number 1 they have Maiko Vivas. Viva Las Vegas.
He's played almost every game at the prop.
Yeah, Julian Montoya, obviously the captain. Joel Scalvi at 3. Guido Petty at 4. Petty, that doesn't sound good. Pedro Rubiello at 5. Juan Martin Gonzalez at 6. I like him. He's mustard, man. Marcos Kramer at 7. Joaquim Oviedo. That man he is good.
I think the only change is the number 8 position. Oviedo was on the bench last week and now he's in the starting lineup.
And for them at number 9 starting is Gonzalo Garcia.
Mustard.
Santiago Carreras at 10. Mateo Carreras at 11.
Yeah.
Santiago Chocobares at 12.
Love that boy.
Lucho Cinti at 13. Rodrigo Isgaro at 14. And Juan Cruz Malia at 15. So, I mean, look. We could see at the end of this weekend. Argentina beating Australia, South Africa beating New Zealand, and it's all to play for. Every one of the 4 teams could still win.
I can see that happening. I really can.
Now, look, it's going to be very interesting. But we are talking about so much rugby this weekend, and is the Rugby Women's World Cup. And I mean, I'm still trying to do the second game. I'm trying to figure maybe that Canada-Australia game. I really would like to do that one because I think that's going to be the tightest game of the Rugby World Cup, and I'd like to do that. We just got to see how we're going to do it time-wise on the weekend. But with this new system, we can. I'll be there, you'll be there. I can bring you in, you can bring me in. We can do a lot of things, That makes a big difference. Let's have a quick look at the New Zealand women's starting lineup. Now, guys, please bear with me if I screw these names up, Because I'm
glad you're doing them.
Huh?
I'm glad you're doing them.
Yeah, I've always got to do the names, and then people complain that I'm not that good with these names, man. Okay, so for the woman, my God, look, anything but a 50-point win for New Zealand would be the upset of the tournament. If South Africa keep it even close, the ladies Springboks, that'd be amazing.
Amazing.
If they can keep it under 30, Vern, they deserve a medal.
Listen here, I don't want to be too negative because that's up to Janre. But I must say, the New Zealand girls are fit. They are fast. It's going to be a tough one. The South African ladies are strong, but they're not as fast and as fit as the New Zealand ladies. So it's going to be a tough one.
So let's try to run through these ladies quickly. I'm going to go as quick as possible so no one knows when I'm making a mistake on the land.
That's a good idea.
Chris Villico at 1. Georgia Ponsapai at 2. Vezinia Mahutakari Fakalelu at 3. It's not getting easier because her surname is Ruiz. That's not a problem, but her first name is Maya Kawana Kayolani. Maya Kawana Kayolani. Ross, that's her surname. Alana Brenner at 5. Lina Mikala Tua at 6. Yora Miller at 7. Kaipo Olsen Baker at 8. Maya Joseph at 9. Ruhai Demont at 10. Portaya Woodman Wycliffe at 11. Teresa Stefano at 12. Jeez, thank you for a good name. 13 is Stacey Waker. 14 is Braxton Sorensen McGee. And at number 15, it's Renee Holmes. So that is your New Zealand lineup. Look, some of those ladies are double world champions. They're just awesome, man. They are awesome. You've got to give it to the New Zealand women. They are the greatest rugby nation in women's rugby ever. I mean, what have they won? Like 80% of all the World Cups they've won?
They like the Springbok men in the men's.
Not quite. They're even more dominant.
They're even more dominant.
Then South African ladies, I'm gonna get a rollicking from the South African fans. I can hear this coming because these names: Sane Lizewea, Charlie at 1, Lindel Gwala at 2, Babal. There you go, Babalwa Lacha at 3. I'm telling you, I'm doing my best here, my son. Nolozindizo Bowie at 4. Daniela Lochner at 5. That was good. That was easy. Sisofila Solo Ndizi at 6. Fucking hell. Anybody else want to try these names? Please come along. Sin Azu Makat Chulawa. Jesus, these names are hard for me. I'm just going to go the surnames of the South Africa because I can't. Hella at 8, Ruiz at 9, Van Rensburg at 10, Malinga at 11, Ngwevu at 12, Mupupha at 13, Samboya at 14, and Dolph at 15. It's much better I just do the surnames because those names are tough, man. I hope they play as tough as their names are.
But Libby Janssen van Rensburg, she is in. She's mustard. It's going to be nice to see the combination between Nadine Ruiz and her. And of course, you've got Dolph at the fullback. She also played really well. Hela is in. She's an absolute monster there at number 8. Great ball carrier. So listen here. I just don't want them to get battered. That's all I do. I want them to have a good, solid game. Don't get battered more than 50 points. And I think they've done us proud anyway. It doesn't matter what they've done.
100%. Listen, the South African lineup is on the screen. So if anybody else wants to try and beat my pronunciations, hey, go ahead, enjoy yourselves. But then let's quickly just run down what's all coming up on this ride because it is the last DEFCON show of the week. So where are we going to start? Of course, our first game of the weekend. Vern, you can move a little bit to the one side, just a little bit. There you go. That's perfect. There you go. So we're all starting off on Saturday morning at 6 o'clock with Vern. It's going to be Australia against Argentina. Then we go straight after that. No breaks. New Zealand, South Africa, All Blacks, Springboks. The revenge game. Must win for the Springboks. Then a little bit late in the afternoon. I think that starts at 2 o'clock if I'm 100% correct. It is the women's All Blacks against the women's Springboks. So we got Springbok games, Springbok All Blacks back to back, men and women. We got a little bit of a chance in the first game with the men. In the second chance, listen, if the South African woman beat the New Zealand woman on the weekend, that'll be the biggest upset. I will not cut my hair for 1 year. I'll grow dreadlocks.
You don't have hair.
No, that's what I said. I'll grow it for a year. And then of course, then we have the 2 Currie Cup games. We'll start off with the Lions against the Boland Cavaliers. That's going to be epic. And then, I did that. I got that twice now. Yep. I copied that twice. What a dumb ass.
But the other game is the Griquas against the Cheetahs.
Yes. And after that.
In Kimberley.
And then on Sunday morning at 8:35, it will be Samoa against USA. Why Samoa against USA? Because we love Samoan rugby, first of all.
Yep.
And secondly, winner takes it all and the loser gets bugger all. Because
World Cup qualification, man.
One of these teams are going to the World Cup and one team is not going to the World Cup. And it's not as easy as people think that, Samoa is a rugby nation. The US boys are quite good there, They are quite good. Now, before we leave the channel, I did want to still mention this. It is the 11th of September today. So I know a lot of people are, thinking about what happened 24 years ago. Once again, to everybody out there that it did affect directly, from Vic and Vinsport, our commiserations. And we don't forget our friend there, Charlie Kirk.
That's sad, man.
That was sad. I mean, that's what, like we said yesterday on our rugby, on our basketball show. Respect some people's, other people's opinions. You don't just have to shoot them. Jesus.
Man, you can have different opinions. Have a nice.
It was having bad opinions. I should have shot Vern a long time ago.
Listen here, it's just my Curry Cup lineup already. I should be shot. You said.
I concur.
Team of the week. Hi, Cheslin. Cheslin has just joined. No, but
Are you
really,
joining us for the Manchester Derby on Sunday? That's the question we have to ask.
I guess it says I stand with Kirk. Yeah. Listen here. Yeah, are you going to be with us on the that Manchester Derby on Sunday as well? And we'll have the World Eurobasket final as well on Sunday evening. I think with me, right?
Huh?
With me. And on Friday, we've got 2 Eurobasket games back to back. So join us for that one. We can't hear you, Vic.
You can't hear me. Why can't you hear me? Well, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Something will get better. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't forget. It is our first time that Vic and I are doing it at 2 separate locations.
Yeah. So I'll try to do it a lot better next time. So don't worry about
I hear you perfect on the phone,
hear me
man.
perfectly. Yeah, that's okay. But hey, this was our experiment for today. Trying to do it like this. I think this works, Vern. It kind of works for us.
It kind of works. We just got to get it used to it. It's very hard for me because I can't see what you see. I see just a little screen. I'll have to see how I can change that.
All right,
but otherwise,
we'll work on that. Don't worry. But hey, guys, thanks for joining us on this first ever, how do you say, DEFCON Rugby show via satellite. Vern and Vic, 10 kilometers apart, but still in the same picture. Fantastic, man. Technique is a bugger, It's a bugger.
We'll get there.
So, guys, join us again this evening, 2 o'clock in the morning. Vern, you want me to add you in like this for the NFL this morning?
No.
No. I can add you in like at 5 o'clock when you wake up.
No.
We show the people how you look when you actually come straight out of bed.
Exactly like I look now.
Fucking
Perfect.
liar. There you go. But
Look,
guys,
I've got short hair, man.
Everybody stay safe, remember. Respect everybody else's opinions, even if they're young race. And we'll see you tomorrow, man. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, guys.
Bye.